Glowing Star Dallas, 1978 to 1991, 35 actors then and now 2025 Glowing Star. When it comes to the giant of American television in the 70s and 80s, Dallas is definitely a must-see. The series premiered in 1978 on CBS, lasted for 14 seasons, more than 350 episodes, and became a global phenomenon. Dallas tells the story of the ambitious life, love, intrigue, and family secrets of the Ewing family, Texas oil tycoons. Not only did it change the soap opera genre, Dallas also shaped the way television dramas were built, with the legendary cliffhanger, "Who shot J.R.?" In 1980, over 40 years have passed, the stars of Dallas have had major turning points in their careers and lives. In 2025, let's take a look back at 35 prominent faces, then and now. Glowing Star 1. Larry Hagman, J.R. Ewing. Then, as the legendary character J.R. Ewing, the scheming oil tycoon, Larry Hagman became one of the most classic villains in television history. Now, Hagman continued to play J.R. in the Dallas reboot, 2012, but he passed away in 2012 at the age of 81. The character J.R. is forever associated with his name, Glowing Star 2. Patrick Duffy, Bobby Ewing. Then, Patrick Duffy was Bobby, the upright, opposite brother of J.R. Now, 2025, 76 years old, Patrick still occasionally appears on television, The Bold and the Beautiful. He lives happily with his wife, actress Linda Pearl, Glowing Star 3. Linda Gray, Sue Ellen Ewing. Then, Linda Gray plays Sue Ellen, J.R.'s wife, a beautiful but tragic woman due to her stormy marriage. Now, 2025, 84 years old, she is still active in the arts and participates in the Dallas Anniversary event. Glowing Star 4. Victoria Principal, Pamela Barnes Ewing. Then, Victoria stands out as Pamela, Bobby's wife, a symbol of gentle beauty. Now, after leaving Dallas in 1987, Victoria withdrew from Hollywood, focusing on her cosmetics business. Now 75 years old, she lives a private life. Glowing Star 5. Barbara Belle Geddes, Miss Ellie Ewing. Then, Belle Geddes plays the gentle mother Miss Ellie, the pillar of the Ewing family. Now, she passed away in 2005 at the age of 82, leaving a great legacy in the hearts of the audience. Glowing Star 6. Jim Davis, Jock Ewing. Then, Jim Davis played the powerful father Jock Ewing. Now, he died in 1981, right when the show was at its peak. Glowing Star 7. Charlene Tilton, Lucy Ewing. Then, the role of Lucy, the Ewing granddaughter, rebellious and full of tragedy, helped Charlene become a TV star. Now, 2025, 66 years old, Charlene still participates in TV shows and events. Dallas. Glowing Star 8. Steve Connolly, Ray Krebs. Then, Steve Connolly plays Ray Krebs, Jock's illegitimate son, associated with complicated love stories. Now, 2025, 78 years old, he lives in California, participates in painting and occasionally reunites with the Dallas cast. Glowing Star 9. Ken Kercheval, Cliff Barnes. Then, Cliff Barnes, J.R.'s arch nemesis, played brilliantly by Ken Kercheval. Now, he passed away in 2019 at the age of 83. Glowing Star 10. Priscilla Presley, Jenna Wade. Then, Priscilla, Elvis Presley's ex-wife, plays Jenna Wade, Bobby's ex-lover. Now, 2025, 80 years old, Priscilla is still involved in film projects and is the manager of Elvis's estate. Glowing Star. Some other faces, 11 to 35, Deborah Shelton. Mandy Winger right-pointing arrow now 76 years old, lives a private life. Audrey Landers, Afton Cooper right-pointing arrow 69 years old, still active in music. Susan Howard, Donna Culver Krebs right-pointing arrow 80 years old, retired from Hollywood. Sherry J. Wilson, April Stevens right-pointing arrow 66 years old, still in Hallmark movies. Howard Keel, Clayton Farlow right-pointing arrow died in 2004, aged 85. Dak Rambo, Jack Ewing right-pointing arrow died in 1994. Lee McCloskey, Mitch Cooper right-pointing arrow now 70 years old, active in the arts. Mary Crosby, Kristen Shepard, who shot J.R., right-pointing arrow 66 years old, still acting. Jared Martin, Dusty Farlow right-pointing arrow died in 2017. Morgan Brittany, Catherine Wentworth right-pointing arrow 74 years old, active in politics and arts. John Beck, Mark Grayson right-pointing arrow now 81 years old, living peacefully. Leslie Ann Down, Stephanie Rogers right-pointing arrow now 71 years old. Andrew Stevens, Casey Deneau right-pointing arrow 70, turned to film production. Lois Chiles, Holly Harwood right-pointing arrow now 77, retired. George Kennedy, Carter McKay right-pointing arrow died in 2016. Barbara Carrera, Angelica Nero right-pointing arrow 80, retired from Hollywood. Kate Mulgrew, Garnet McGee right-pointing arrow now 70, still famous for Orange is the New Black. Fern Fitzgerald, Marilee Stone right-pointing arrow now 76, kept a low profile. William Smithers, Jeremy Wendell right-pointing arrow now 97, retired. Jenna Michon, Jamie Ewing right-pointing arrow died in 1980s. Susan Flannery, Leslie Stewart right-pointing arrow now 86, retired after The Bold and the Beautiful. Joanna Cassidy, Sally Bullock right-pointing arrow 79 years old, still acting. Philip Anglim, Ken Richards right-pointing arrow now 72 years old. Timothy Patrick Murphy, Mickey Trotter right-pointing arrow died in 1988. Gail Honeycutt, Vanessa Beaumont right-pointing arrow died in 2023. Clapperboard conclusion. Dallas is not just a movie, but also a global pop culture phenomenon. More than 40 years since its beginning, and 34 years after its end, the Dallas cast has gone through many different paths. Some have become legends, some have passed away, some continue to contribute. Looking back in 2025, we see that Dallas has left an eternal legacy in the history of world television.